Morning, everybody. My name is Jared Leary. I've been drumming since 1998, and I still got plenty of stuff to work on. Now, today, I'm going to be practicing inverted triplet diddle, which I'll show you what that is after we warm up and then stretch and massage, so stay tuned for that. In all these practice streams, there's over 400 of them. There are timestamps in the description to show what I was practicing, how I was trying to work on stuff that I'm not good at yet or trying to refine, as well as questions that I am answering from the various chats that I have on my other monitor. I will often edit those responses and put them into this playlist that has over 100 videos and over 14 hours of drumming tips. The very first thing that I talk about is whatever the title is, and if it says "and other drumming tips," that means there's more topics inside of each one of these videos. Let me go to the next one. We are going to get motivated here with Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf needs to help encourage me to continue to refine my playing. So the great sage Shia is here to assist with that. I'm just not feeling like practicing today, but I just need to do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. He spits. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. What's he grabbing? Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, wow, Shia LaBeouf. I am so tired of starting over. All right, that just gets me into a good goofy mindset. We're ready to stream now. Okay, on my website, which is linked at the top of the screen, this is where you can find all the stuff that's on the YouTube. There's 62 chop exercises. We've got over 1,000 grid variations, 419 for triplet, 577 for 16th note, and 36 wacky ones. Got a bunch of limb independent stuff. I was practicing that yesterday. So there's permutations to work on limb independence, and then there's charts that are both straight and swung charts so you can develop it, as well as this video that talks about how to develop limb independence on the drum kit. There's almost 500 marching bass exercises. There's a bunch of drumline cadences. There's almost 400 technique exercises, and then there's over 14 hours of drumming tips inside of here, over 400 live streams, and then here are some scripted lessons. And any video that says members first is scheduled to come out for free. There's over 400 of those, so it might take over a year, but, you know, eventually it'll come out. Like this one, it comes out tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. All right, we're going to warm up. We're going to warm up with regular triplet diddle, and then I'm going to stretch and massage, and then I'm going to play through inverted triplet diddle. I'm going to do the 4-count version, but there's also a 2-count version if you prefer that. So we go into here. Boop. And then you change the resolution so it's not 144. There we go. In the timestamps, you can jump to whatever BPM. I'm just going to start off with a nice leisurely 160 since I'm just warming up. Have not drummed yet, so we don't want to go too fast. So we'll just play this a few times, then we'll stretch and massage. Late. Messed up. I'm so sorry. Unsub. Just ended it early. All right, cool. I just wanted to do that real quick to just get the blood flowing. So now I'm going to stretch and massage, and then I'm going to play through inverted triplet diddle. We're going to slow that all the way down to 40 and just let it go one click at a time. This first stretch stretches the sides of the forearms, and it feels great. On my home tab of YouTube, under the tips and lessons, there's the drumming lesson playlist. There's a video that's this hand routine saved my drumming, and it shows you better camera angles, as well as like some rotary stretches if you do traditional grip. I'm not going to demonstrate those because I do that in that video. Now I'm stretching the underside of the forearm. You could do it like this, or you could do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. Don't put all your weight into it. Ah, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to stretch the top side. So you could do it like this, where you're just like pulling the fingers towards you. Or you could do this one on your leg, like I demonstrated in yesterday's drum kit stream. But I'm going to do this on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Again, don't put all your weight into it. Now I'm going to stretch fingers. Thumb to thumb goes twice as fast. Feels good. Ooh, why is my index finger tight? What did I do in the last couple of days that might have caused that? Oh, there you go. Enjoy that. Free of charge. ASMR stretching experience with your host, Jared Leary. Oh. I am not very focused this morning. Hence the couple of mistakes in the warm-up. One of the things that I love about watching like lock clips and whatnot is just how focused everyone is. I'm playing through it. It was one of my favorite parts about drumline. Just being in that flow state. All day long, basically. All right, now I'm going to massage. So I'm just kind of working my way up. The thumb is massaging the top side. The fingers are massaging the bottom side. So we're trying to get both sides. And then after a little bit of time, just kind of switch. Kind of like you're kneading dough. Try and relax it. You might need a massage up here as well. Depends on what kind of technique you use. Or what you've done in the last couple of days. Like if you do a traditional grip, your bicep moves up and down quickly with that rotation of the forearm. You can see my bicep moving up and down just a little bit. It's not a strength thing, it's just moving because the rotation here. And you know, anatomy. But your bicep might get a little sore if you do that a bunch. So you might need to focus on that on your left arm, but maybe not on your right. But if you do Stevens grips, if you're doing 4 mallet technique on your right hand, then maybe you do need to do that because you are also rotating with that. Okay, now I'm going to massage the back side of the hand with the fingers, and the palm's going to get massaged by the thumb. T-hum. Kind of work your way around. Give some extra attention underneath the thumb. Called the, what is it, the ulnar? Ulna? I think. I don't know. I'm not that kind of doctor. I don't know. I just know this is good for you. Because I spoke to that kind of doctor to learn this routine. Okay, last one I'm going to do is massage from base to tip of each one of the fingers. At least 2 times. Just a quick little massage. Sometimes your fingers, some of them might be extra tight, and the others, they're feeling fine. So you might need to spend like 3 or 4 times, maybe 50 times. Depends on how tight your fingers are. Ooh. See, for some reason my thumb is tight. It felt good. Okay, switch to the other hand. And then we're gonna do inverted triplet diddle. Which, if you don't know what inverted diddles are, I'll show you here in a moment. It sounds exactly like what I just played to warm up, but the sticking is slightly different. Okay, so we're going to do this exercise, triple the diddle, but we're going to do the inverted version. But before we do that, I'm going to show you how to get to that stretch and massage video. So if you scroll down, whee, and you go all the way into the tips and lessons section. Underneath the drumming lessons, there's a video right here. This hand routine saved my drumming. Check that one out for better camera angles and a couple of extra stretches in there that I don't do because I don't do the rotary stuff. And I don't wear a carrier anymore. So, you'll see. Anyways, so underneath technique on the home tab are a bunch of different technique exercises in it. And if you scroll all the way down here to the triplet diddle variations, inside of here are a bunch of exercises. There's 18 videos inside of here. But you notice that it goes triplet diddle for 2 counts, inverted triplet diddle for 2 counts, triplet diddle for 4 counts, inverted triplet diddle for 4 counts. And you're like, well, what? Why are all these inverted versions? What does inverted mean? What is going on? Okay, so if we go into this, inverted triplet diddle, just listen to it for a second. So we're just like warmed up at 160, so let's just go to 160 so you can hear what it sounds like. So it sounds the same. Let me move the mic closer so you can hear it. Okay? So it's all the same rhythms and whatnot, right? But the sticking is different. So normal diddle. If you're playing normal diddle. So for example, like the very first phrase. So the first 2 measures. So we have triplet, triplet. I'm just doing 2 counts. But right, left, up, right, left, okay? But in inverted diddle, it feels like a putted if you're just doing an isolated diddle like this. You're going right, left, up, right, left. So it sounds the same, but it starts with a single note, and then you play the diddle. So same rhythm, though. So when you're doing this, you're just shifting that over for each one of these partials. But when you get into the 5 strokes, when you would normally play right, left, right, left, right, left, right, okay? When you're doing an inverted 5-stroke, you're going a single right, followed by left, right, a single left, right, left. Okay, so right, left. Okay, so those single isolated notes right there. And if you do a roll, you're playing a normal roll, but it starts with the single right hand, and then it does the roll without like any type of like gap. So it's not like a tap roll or anything. When you're doing it, you're playing right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. It ends with the double right, which is a little weird, okay? So the inverted rolls, again, sound the same, but you're displacing it over. Why on earth would you do this? Well, I got a comment the other day where somebody is like trying to work on the second note of their diddle. Well, the second note of the diddle is now on the partial when you shift it over and do this inverted roll. So you're actually playing, instead of trip, let, let, trip, let, where the first note of the diddle is on the partial. So trip, let, let. When you start with the single right hand, right, and you go trip, let, trip, let, trip, let, trip, let, trip. Okay, so the second note is on the partials. So it makes it so that it shifts it over, and you have to feel the timing and the placement of that second note more than you do when it's just like on a normal version of this. What's the most important thing for today's class? To practice. Start slow. So we're going to, speaking of, start at 40 all the way down to here. And we're going to be working on our inverted diddles. We're going to go 1 click at a time, trying to keep things nice and even and open. Why, hello. Now I'm letting the sticks rebound. Trying to have this constant upward motion where it's just coming off of the head. So the weird part here with the double right on the end, right. Right. It's weird, right? Having that double right on there. You're vacationing in Italy. Nice. Roy, that sounds awesome. I was in Italy, a long time ago. A couple decades ago. Ew. I was late. Beautiful country. I hope it's a relaxing vacation. I hope you're able to find a quiet pad so you can drum. If not, you can always just work on your wrists without sticks. But, you know, it's also good to just not drum. Take some time off. You brought 2 pads? Nice! Good, good, good. Oops. I totally played the wrong rhythmic pattern. I tried repeating the previous one. I failed you. Right, right. Again, the double right on the end. Right, right. Okay, so I lowered the left there so you can see the double right on the end right there. It's weird, but once you get this down, it really helps you feel that second note placement of the diddle. I'm feeling the vibration in my sticks. It feels great. We want that. That means they're resonating and I'm not choking off the sound while playing. Otherwise it'll sound like this. If I choke off the sound as opposed to like this, completely different tone quality. You might not hear it on the mic. It also, you know, save your wrists. That energy's going somewhere. Oh, wait, it's back. Had to do a full restart of it. What about this one? Yay. Okay, good times. It just randomly killed the audio. Nice. Thanks, Streamlabs. Thanks, appreciate you. At least I caught it. So if I'm doing a gaming stream, like I'll hear the audio, and then you can't hear it. So I'll be like, yeah, this game is fun. And then I look over and it's like no gain moving at all. Okay. Okay, again. This time without the audio cutting out. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Need to work up Streamlabs with a metronome. Let's actually lower the heights. So it's important to practice roll exercises at a variety of dynamics. Even if you're doing inverted diddles. Balance is a little off on my hands right now. Now, even though I'm playing at this like low volume, I still want to hear the oops. I looked over at my monitor and saw that it had frozen and was like, uh-oh, is it crashing again like it did a couple days ago? It didn't. It screwed me up. Anyways, so when I'm playing at a low volume, ooh, late. Oh, I still want to feel the sticks vibrating in my hands. I don't want to choke off the sound. So you want it to be nice, relaxed technique. Give this little space for the sticks to vibrate. Man, I can't talk today while playing. It's an acquired skill that I apparently forgot. Okay, so now I'm going to raise the heights up a little bit, so we'll do it a little higher. Again, feel that pulse on the second note of the diddle lines up with the partials. Great way to work on your interpretation, your timing, as well as the volume of that second note. Timing's a little off. I messed up the sticking. I'm so sorry. Oh no. That double right on the end is weird, right? Going into the check. Ah. I screwed that up. Trying to not overemphasize the second note and like play it like an agogic accent, like a slight pulse on it. Now I'm gonna do it at 9. Again, practice at different volumes. Odds are your book, whatever show you're playing, good morning Jeffrey, is not gonna be all at one height. Keep screwing up the sticking on that one. Why? Ooh, 2 cups of coffee. That'll be me tomorrow. I'm probably gonna need it. It's gonna be a later than usual night. All right, now I'm gonna do it at just like a full height. Late. Again, let the sticks come back off the head. Whether you're playing normal diddle or inverted like this. You want that rebound. Oops. It makes it so that you don't have to do the upstroke. Let the physics do it for you. Why do I keep doing that one wrong? I wanted to play it as a paradiddle. Yeah, so let the rebound do the upstroke for you, so you're doing half the amount of effort. You focus on the downstroke, energy, and then let it just come back up. Stay relaxed. It's all in the hips. Not really, I was just quoting Happy Gilmore. Drumming's not in the hips. In case anyone did not know what I was quoting. Almost screwed up the sticking in. Pad sliding. Stop that. Why, hello. A little slur down on that left hand. Second to last one. Oh no, let's slow it back down to 1 beat a minute. On April 1st, this upcoming year, there's a play along for Susie at 1 BPM. Stay tuned. Should play it on stream that morning. Let's lower the heights. Let's actually do it at tap height. Should still feel that vibration. The little tickle in the hands. The sticks wiggling around a little bit. If not, then you are too tight. The goal is fast wrists and relaxed fingers. They go hand in hand. If your relaxed fingers, and then when you try and do that and you squeeze, like your thumb and index, or if you do a triangle fulcrum, if you do it with this, you can't bend your wrist, okay? So as soon as I relax it, suddenly I have a nice floppy wrist. Yay! Nice and floppy. And then when I squeeze, I can't bend my wrist. So if you want a fast, relaxed wrist, you gotta have relaxed fingers. They go hand in hand, truly. Okay, you. Go. Late. Let's go a little higher. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna raise it up to 9 inches. A little slurred out. Ah, no. I messed up the sticking. I was thinking about how itchy my nose is. I'm just gonna... I had to. It's too itchy. Why does my nose get itchy in the morning when I do the drum streams? Not when I'm gaming, not beforehand, only when I'm drumming. It's like the vibrations traveling up into my nose. So not focused. One of the usernames reminded me of somebody when I was gaming. This was, I don't know, many months ago, but like somebody came into my chat into that. And they were basically trying to emulate being a pro gamer. So this has happened with like multiple different people, where like they'll pretend to be Clicks, or they'll pretend to be Nick A30 when I was playing Fortnite, or a couple of other like random gamers and whatnot. And then I even had somebody like try and emulate Eric from EMC Productions. And so they'll have like the same avatar, the same name, and then they'll put like a fake little checkmark emoji like next to the name. So if I'm not thinking about what I'm playing, more opportunities for errors. Like when I'm talking, or sometimes when I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. Like what am I gonna say next? That'll distract me and make me mess up. So like when you look at lock clips of like really good groups, they are focused. The mental side of the things is just as important as training your hands. Ooh, I overemphasized the released. I'm sorry. Oh no. Full height. Again, stay relaxed. Yeah, so for anyone who's like not on the YouTube vertical chat, so Roy's comment about like sometimes closing your eyes is such a great point. The more senses you can limit while you're playing, the more focused you can be on the senses that you are paying attention to. So if you close your eyes, you can really pay attention to, well, how does it sound, or how does it feel in your hand, or how does it feel in your upper body when you're playing, etc. Which is like why in some of the drumming tips videos that I recommend, if you're like reviewing yourself playing, you can intentionally isolate senses out by pressing mute and just watching and go, okay, what do I see visually with a recording of my playing? And then, okay, now unmute it and then look away from it. What do I hear with my playing, etc. So if you isolate out your senses, it does allow you to focus more because you're not getting in more data that your brain is having to process. So you are instead just kind of like taking your collective attention and narrowing it and focusing it on whatever it is that you're trying to improve. So that's a great way to practice. You'll see me do that frequently where I'll like look away and I'm just kind of like staring off at nothing. And it's because I'm like really focusing on, well, how does it sound? Or I'll just like look at my hands and just really focus on like, what does it look like? And I'm not necessarily paying attention to how it sounds, or just focusing on the sensation, the feeling, etc. So excellent thing to do intentionally is to try and isolate those senses when you're playing. And you can do it again in the moment, but you can also try and simulate it with the recording. So that way you're not having to think about the analysis during the performance. If you can disconnect those two by recording yourself and then analyze after the fact when you're not performing, you can put 100% of your attention onto the performing side of things. And then after the fact, 100% of your attention on the analysis side of things. And you can even like put it at like quarter speed or 50% speed or whatever speed you want to go at. Like with these, if you go here, you can be like, okay, what speed do I want to do this at? And you can just like slow it down to whatever speed you want. Just adjust it there. Which I will sometimes do on these streams where I'll like pull up the live stream and just like put it on here and then just analyze it after the fact. So that way I'm not analyzing it while playing it. Great practice tip, Roy. We'll play through this a couple more times. Next time I do a technique stream, I'll just resume where we were. Just go one click at a time. inverted version of triplet diddle, but you can find the normal version of this if you go into the home tab of YouTube and you scroll down past the chop stuff, past the grid, past the limb independence, marching bass, cadences. It's inside the technique. Now, there's so many technique playlists inside of here. You actually have to click to show you all of them. And it's inside of triplet diddle variations. If you don't want to work on the placement of your second diddle by doing one of these inverted versions, just work on the normal version. We've got 4 count or 2 count normal if that's what you prefer. Now, we just worked on this for what, like 30, 40 minutes or whatever. So the majority of the stream, practice stuff slow, really focus on refining your technique, etc. And in the last few minutes, just have fun chopping out, doing something that you like to ram. So I'm going to go into the chop exercises and let's go into the shopping spree. There's like 60 some odd chop exercises in here. This particular playlist has a variety of shopping sprees. I've actually got 10 more that are like basically getting verified by the people who transcribe them. And then those will be scheduled to release. And some of them are quite wacky. They're pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. I want to just kind of ram out. I was listening to this the other day. I was listening to some like old lots. There's a bunch of like YouTube accounts that do lot clip recordings, like R-Bass, marching vlogs, drumline archives, drumline AV, etc. And I was like listening to a bunch of them while I was like working on those shopping sprees. And this one is just such a classic. Let's start off at a nice, comfortable 140, and then we'll just jump up like 10 clicks at a time. Yeah, let's do 5, actually. We'll sit with this a little bit more. But this is 99 shopping spree, Blue Devils. My favorite part is his book report into a slurred puttada. That one. It's so weird, but it's a fun one. So if this is too fast for you, don't worry. You can go as slow as 40 beats a minute. Every click all the way up to 200. But we're just jumping by 5s right now. If the BPM, by the way, ends with a 0 or a 5, it gives you a few seconds to get yourself set up. Otherwise, it just like immediately taps off. I left off one of the grace notes right here. Unsub. I understand. I'm sorry I failed you. So I have this like TV tray right here, so I can like set the mouse on it so it won't do wacky stuff. But it was like right clicking on like all sorts of stuff on the other monitor. It was quite distracting, mouse. Please stop that. Go to your room. You've been grounded. Let's put you over here. This is your home. Enjoy. Wait till you see Blue Devil's 98 spree. That one is wacky. So's, what is it? 95 or 96? It's got some really cool parts at the end of it. A little preview of some of the sprees I was hinting at earlier. gonna try it at 160. My hands might burst into flames, so maybe I should pour some of this water over my forearms. ASMR drumming. Enjoy. Okay. I'm gonna attempt it. Is it gonna sound good? No. Will I have fun playing it? Yeah. When you like play stuff and you play it faster than you can, it gives you data of like, well, what broke down when I was playing at my absolute limits and beyond? Like, was it the flam drag? Was it my accent taps? Was it a paradiddle? Whatever it is. And then you can go back your next practice and go and slow that thing down and work on it. Whoa. Why'd you do that? There you go. All right, 165. Let's see what breaks down today. The flams at the end right there. Ooh, that was rough. My thumb actually like came off the stick right here, and then I like was able to recover. I thought my stick was gonna go flying. My left thumb. So if you rewind that, you'll see what I'm talking about. 170. There's no way I'm gonna play that last line at 170. Need Shia LaBeouf to do it. Good morning. Welcome back. Flawless. We found the breaking point. Yeah, so the flams, like that could be something that I could work on as working on flams. Like one of the ways that you can work on flams is like doing alternating flams, also known as floppy flams, but put them in grid. Ew. That didn't sound good. Maybe that's something we can work on. Anyways, if you go to, in the timestamps where you've got all the BPMs, the very first link takes you to here, which is jaredoleary.com/drum. It's all the same content that you find on YouTube, but it's organized neater. So the 62 trap exercises, all in the first part right here. Scroll down a little bit, over 1,000 grid variations, 419 for triplet, 577 for 16th note, and 36 wacky ones like Hurt the Grid. Focus on rudiment on one. Don't focus on like, I don't know, book reports off the left every 5 notes while doing backflips. Don't worry about that. Start off with like book report on one, which, you know, is a thing, which you can find in this playlist. There's also limb independent stuff. I'm going to practice that tomorrow. I was working on that yesterday. We've also got 476 marching bass exercises, a bunch of drumline cadences, 386 technique exercises. This is where I was doing the triplet diddle versions right in here. And you can find all of this stuff here. Do I do lessons? No, not anymore. I used to teach privately, but I would rather create content that is used by lots of people around the world rather than helping individuals one-on-one. But there are a lot of like people who share content on social media that are fantastic drummers, educators, etc. that do lessons. I said do. But I don't do them anymore. But you can find 14 hours of drumming tips in here from when I answer questions during the live streams, as well as a bunch of scripted lessons like how to hold traditional grip, or this one that comes out tomorrow, what you should do 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 5 hours after drumming, etc. So there's a lot of content in here, literally over 14 hours just inside of that playlist right there. Now, if you enjoy this content, just share it with somebody else. If you don't enjoy this content, you can still use it, and the whole time while practicing along to it, you can be like, I hate this. If that's how you want to spend your life, you do you. And if you don't want to go to the website, that's fine. You can just go to my home tab of YouTube. It's still got all the same drumming content, but it also has the gaming and the computer science stuff, because I'm a nerd. So if you scroll down, there's the chop stuff, there's the grid, the limb independence, the marching bass, the drumline scores, the technique, and finally, all the tips and lessons, etc. So whatever you want. Have I tried playing Elden Ring, Night Rain? No, I have not, actually. But if you go into the gaming highlights right here, you can find when I did the DLC for Elden Ring, which was... where? Where's the DLC? It's that one. Beating Elden Ring DLC with Swedish meatballs. One of the attacks I was using, because I was trying Mage for the first time, a ranged character. Normally I do like a endurance dex build, but I tried Mage and he had this like attack that looked like purple meatballs. So anyways, that I had fun editing that particular video. So if you want, you can check that out. Otherwise, just focus on the drumming stuff. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to get ready for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the third game in the Survivor trilogy. So stay tuned for that, probably in about 10, 15 minutes. I just got to, move all this stuff. But I appreciate y'all stopping in. I hope you enjoy this content, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.